Salud! Good morning to everybody out there. This is your boy Take Project Open Mic with another straight no chase this morning. Short, whatever. I still don't know what I'll call it. It'll click one of these days. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for joining and watching the video. And we're going to do part 2 of the whole thing about, again, the divorce courts and everything. And Tia Mowry is just, again, a mess. But hope you guys wake up this morning. Hope you have a good day at work or what you're about to do in your chores of the day. May you be blessed in your trips. And again, thank you for watching. So all right, let's go back to part 2 of that video. Since the other time I didn't have, right now I'm in traffic, so the other time I didn't have that much traffic, so it went a little quicker than I thought. I thought I have traffic, but it keep on going. But anyway, let's get into it.
Now I have to break this footage up just a little bit so I don't get a copyright strike. But keep in mind, Will Smith's net worth is more than $350 million. So he functions on a millionaire man's level. After Jada's 30th birthday, which means he was planning this for more than 2 years.
It was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love.
He hired a documentary team. He traced her family roots. He hired the singer Mary J. Blige to sing at Jada's 40th birthday party. I mean, Will went all the way out there trying to pull Jada out of her midlife crisis funk. And after he did all of that on her 40th birthday, Jada said,
and she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
And that was the perfect response, Willow. After all of his 2 years worth of effort, she told him he was on an ego trip.
And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. Once again, keep in mind that Will Smith is a millionaire worth over $350 million. What exactly was Will supposed to do for Jada on her 40th birthday when he was trying to get her out of her funk? I'm pretty sure he hired Mary J. Blige because she was one of Jada's favorite singers. This is what millionaires do. They use their connection. But this is sheer proof that it's your responsibility to make you happy, not somebody else's. And if you're not happy, then you need to take the time out to find out why you're not happy. And divorcing your spouse, especially if they're trying to please you, is not the way to do it.
That is so true. And then go back to part 1 where we were talking about this. Guys, like I said in part 1, it's not easy. I am not denying that. And it's because of what times we're in right now. We are in a time where we could have self-pleasurement so easy. Like for me, I'm like, there's not many things that will make me, that would not make me happy. And if I'm in a mood that's kind of like bringing me down, I know what I need to do to keep me happy, right? To get me out of my so-called funk. Really, some of it is, like I said, me is simple: video games or working on a music project, editing, computers, but mostly I would say video game or music. Watching a certain TV show sometimes brings me out of the funk as well too, just to say. But majority of it is like playing video games and working on music. Those two things really like I put all my negatives away and stuff. No, don't get me wrong. I love my wife. I love spending time with my wife, and that helps as well too. But my point of saying that is because of going to the ladies' part is, again, only you can make yourself happy, can control yourself happy. There's a guy who give you the world. I've seen. Remember that divorce court with the judge, the black judge. I forgot her name. Remember the guy, the black guy, who she said she divorced him because he's too nice. He gave her everything, do everything, and she was not happy because she was a miserable bee. She was her own demise. And I guarantee you, after that divorce, she's like, shoot, I had a man that gave me the whole world, and I divorced him because I need a little more roughness. I need a more bad boy thing, whatever. Say if you found a good man and you divorced him because he's a good man, that's the BS. And that again goes to that whole no fault divorce bull crap. What, you divorce because for no reason? That shit. I'm with him when he said with the Philippines is in the first episode, in the first part 1 with the Philippines. yeah, you gotta go through a lot of years if you want to get divorced. You go through at least a year of arbitration and everything to make sure. Make it a little harder on the female, so they don't be just like, oh, let's do this. Because again, you know how I saw a video where this woman was trying to divorce her husband, and she secretly recorded him. She secretly recorded him when she pissed him off. I will guarantee my today's check and everything. She poked that bear for him to say, oh, F the kids, F the house, F everything, I just want peace. That's what he said. And she put it in the court, and he was like, oh no, blah blah blah. Come to find out, part 2 of that video, because it was a 2-part. She found out that the mother, who was trying to get half the money, alimony, child support, all this stuff, because all he wanted was no child support, 50-50 custody, all of that. She had an OnlyFans, and she had her children in the OnlyFans. Sorry about the camera. Just watching me because there are more cops out here because it's had an accident. But she had a child in the OnlyFans, and that's just like wow. So we don't know what's going on, and that's how crazy it is. That's how vindictive. That's why I said men are a-holes, women are vindictive. But you gotta make yourself happy. Sorry, it's not my job. I will try my best to make my wife and my family as comfortable as I can. But happiness, no. I will ask my wife, aren't you, sure you good, you're happy, make sure everything is what it is, and try to have a conversation to make sure that she's mentally, unlike Jada, who was nuts in the freaking head, and also a manipulator as well too. Yeah. And sorry, Will Smith was wrong in that one. Yeah, well, he was no ego. It's your wife's ego that needed to be checked.
Voicing your spouse, especially if they're trying to please you, is not the way to do it. This is where you go and seek counseling from a professional who can help you figure out why you're not happy.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay.
Did you hear what she said?
Like men don't do the same thing too. See, that's that bullshit I was talking about. That's why I'm like, yeah, you know what? You focus on your own happiness. That's all it is. I literally said, I asked my wife the last couple of girls because I went with my ex-fiance, and I was like, it's like there was nothing I could have done. The reason I ended that thing is that there's nothing I could have done to make that chick happy. She always bring up something, always started something. It's like, why? Why do you do that? Why do you want drama in your life? Don't get it. And she was a professional person and everything. So it's just, even if you don't, the people always say, oh, it's just ghetto people. No, even people who are professional. I never really dated a ghetto girl anyway. So people who are professional and stuff still have their issues and problems. Still have the issues and problems.
You hear what she said? Focusing on everybody else to make sure that they're okay and that they're happy. But she wasn't making sure that she was okay. But you don't have to get a divorce and break up your family to get yourself back on track.
Exactly.
Did you notice? She's not saying that their marriage was bad.
Nope.
She's just saying she wasn't happy. And chances are, because she's 44 years old, she's just having a midlife crisis that will probably pass in a short period of time. Especially if she takes the time to figure out what it is that's keeping her unhappy. But no, she'd rather let her whole family suffer going through a divorce.
But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value,
you could do all that when you was married.
Then all of a sudden there's this awakening. And it's
you could have done all of that, Tia, while you were married. You could have. It'd have been easier. Say, hey, I'm gonna take a week, I'm gonna take a month. You got money. I'm gonna take a week, a month, and blah blah blah, away from everything. You take care of the kids, whatever. You guys got enough money to have maids and everything, and the kids are basically age really cool. And I'll go on a self-retreat or something like this. Like, you have the funds to do all that, but to break up your family for that bull crap, man, it's decisions some people make.
And it's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so worth it.
So you couldn't do this while staying married?
Thank you.
But it's you know what, I think we all want to be, and I think this goes for men or women, we just want to feel appreciated, we want to feel loved, we want to feel that we still mean something to that person.
Same thing for men.
And I'm guilty too. We all get caught up in life. We're busy, we're working, we're trying to pay our bills, we're trying to make a living, we're trying to, raise our kids, and we all have a lot on our
men don't
plate,
do that
right?
too?
And the thing that usually goes first is, okay, well, I know my wife loves me, my husband loves me. I don't need to show him all the time, but
They'll even say that. I love my husband, but I'm not happy.
Of course that's true. We all want to feel appreciated. But to say that you love your husband, but you gotta divorce him and break up your family because you're not
That don't
happy.
make no
The sad
sense.
thing is, the majority of these women that file for divorce make their husbands, who they claim they love, suffer. What do I
Yep.
mean by that? They petition for alimony and child support.
Yeah.
She gets to keep the house, the car, and he still has to pay for it.
Yeah.
And he has to move out. So how much thought did these women put into what the man is going to go through during the separation leading up
No,
to the divorce?
selfish.
Where and how is he supposed to live? Well, if 80 to 90% of the women are filing for divorce, and the majority of them are saying it's because she's not happy, clearly they're not giving any thought to the suffering that the man's going to go through.
No,
and
they
to
don't
me,
care.
that's proof she really doesn't love him. Ladies,
Vindictive.
are you still wondering why men seriously hesitate when it comes down to getting married?
I just think I think we're wired a little bit different, or our maybe a man's approach to what providing and caring is totally different. Different meaning to a woman.
yeah, you're on to that for sure. We are wired differently. We do absolutely differently think differently.
Yep.
What you think is a really sweet thing may not be what I think it's a sweet thing, or your wife. We're all wired differently. But the critical thing here, and this goes both ways, is communication. If your
Yes.
wife wants to go to the beach, she should say, "Honey, can we go to the beach? I really want just time for a couple hours with you at the beach. Can we do that?" If you say no, then that's a problem. But she's done her part in communicating it.
Now, this is a sign of a good counselor. She says the wife needs to communicate what it is that she wants.
Yes.
So if she wants to go to the beach,
Just
she expresses
say.
that to her husband. Now,
Yeah.
if the husband refuses, then there's a problem. Ladies, you have to tell men what you want.
Yes.
We cannot read your mind.
Yeah.
Right? So having that communication.
That is true, and that's one of my weaknesses I have with a lot of people. Oh, you should know what I want. You should know. Okay, stop that. Do not let these modern crap shows tell you all this nonsense. Let me know. Tell me. Let me know and tell me. It'd be way more easier. And I said I have been a little victim of that, doing that to my wife as well. So I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm not. But out of the two of us, I'm more of like, hey, just say it and let's talk about it, than just, oh, you should be emotionally intelligent and all that stuff. She always hit me with that, and I don't like that, but I get it. I get it to a certain degree. I'm just a straightforward person. That's just me. Tell me, and I move from there. That's how I do this stuff.
So having that communication both ways
Yeah.
is really important.
Yeah, it's for a man, providing and being there for us, at least for me, I think as the general public for a man, is working hard, the security, bringing home money, and moving the family forward. And
Yes.
that, for me, I thought was enough.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Men are providers. We are not into romance, especially on a consistent basis. Ladies, that's your department. You'll be surprised that if you initiate dates by telling the man what you want and what you want to do, from time to time, he'll start to initiate dates too, especially if you've been together for a while. But the average woman, expecting the average heterosexual man to be romantic till death do you part, well, good luck with that.
And that goes
That is
back
true.
to, I don't mean this in a
That is
bad
true.
way.
Hunter-gatherer.
That
right?
exactly.
Is that what
It
you're
goes back to
saying?
the caveman.
Yes, I'm a
I
caveman.
will bring you the here's your goat, or
Yeah.
whatever it was. But this
You're
is
welcome.
this is I mean, it's all about success. It's all
Yeah.
about I'm going to provide for you. I'm going to give to you, and that is wonderful. We do like that.
let's not just make it the men who in relationships become complacent. Women do the same thing too. So it goes both ways. But as far as the 80 to 90% of women who are divorcing their husbands because they're not happy like Tia is doing, divorce is not the answer unless you're communicating with your husband and he's not trying. So am I saying you should stay with a spouse who's not even trying? Absolutely not.
No.
And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now.
And she's absolutely right. Graduating from school is a celebration. But getting a divorce is not. You're breaking up your family, not winning an award for Best Actress in a movie. Well, Tia, I have some bad news for you.
Throw away your old pillow right now, because what you're about to hear in this video.
Breaking up your family, not winning an award for Best Actress in a movie. Well, Tia, I have some bad news for you. If you think divorcing your husband, especially if he's been good to you, is what you need to do to be happy, boy, are you in for a big surprise. Even if and when you resolve whatever it is that's making you unhappy, there's nothing out here for a 44-year-old divorced woman with kids. I sure hope you're cool with spending the rest of your life without a man, because I don't know too many men who are out here looking for a woman in your situation, especially a woman who divorced her husband and broke up her family because she said she wasn't happy after this divorce. No man worth it is going to take you seriously. Now, if she doesn't want a man for the rest of her life, then she'll be okay. But how many women go the rest of their lives wanting to be by themselves and really mean it? Let's end this video by showing a 50-year-old woman who is very attractive, might I add, who separated from her husband, thinking things were going to be easier after she got a divorce, when it comes down to dealing with men out here in these streets.
Do you know what I'm really tired of? Men f***ing with me. I separated from an 18-year marriage in my early 40s. I'm 50 now. Few men that I've dated, they were so undecisive. And the games they fucking play, seriously, man, you're in your late 40s, almost 50, don't fuck around. Like, seriously, don't play games. It's getting so fucking annoying. I'm so tired of this shit. I would have expected it to be easier as I got older. Men, stop fucking around with women, okay? Be honest, because you know what? TikTok, you're getting fucking older too, you know?
So Tia, if you ever decide to hit the dating scene again in the near future after your divorce, that's more likely going to be your future. So be prepared. So for all the women out there who are married and you claim that you're not happy, but your husband is not the cause of it, you better seek counseling, stay with your husband, and go sit your ass down somewhere. See Tia's soon-to-be ex-husband? He's going to be all right. We all know that as a man gets older, his value goes up, especially if he's improving on himself and he got his money right. But for a woman, it's not the same. This is why you see so many older men with younger women, but you rarely see an older woman with a younger man. You already know the story. If an older man can't find a younger woman in the country he lives in, all he has to do is just go to another country. Voila. There's some younger woman willing to date him and even marry him. And before any of the women go on in the comment section saying that those women are just with him for his money, that's the same thing happening in countries like the United States. That's why women ask, what do you do for a living? Or they clearly state right off the bat, he has to make 6 figures in order for her to consider dating him. You know I ain't lying. So ladies, go ahead and divorce that good man who's doing right by you because you're not happy. You want to. I'll give you a 90% chance you will regret it in the end.
That's like Tia. Yes, you will. And like I said, that happiness thing is just ridiculous. And the reason that to that last video, that lady was saying about, oh, they're playing around and all that stuff and everything. I'm like, yeah, because they know you're attractive. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to get a fun time. And that's why a lot of women always get it mixed up with like, oh, I got a lot of men in my DMs. They want to have sex with you. They don't want a relationship with you. Some weird reason y'all get that confused. I don't know why y'all get that confused. There's a lot of women, I don't have DMs, I'm gonna say, but there's women I know in the past who have came out the woodworks when they found out that I'm gonna get married and stuff like that because I was a good guy. I never treated no female wrong. Like I said, even in the time when my ex tried to come back to me, I was like, my ex-fiance was like, nah, we good. So no, it's all it is what it is. This happiness thing is just crazy, all right? You break up your family because you're unhappy and do all these divorces at this high rate just because you're unhappy. That no-fault divorce did a lot of damage to a lot of people, and it sucks. It really does. And like I said, I'm going to go in deeper into that one because I want to know I want to know who to blame and all this stuff in that regard, so I'll do that. But with that said, hope you guys understand, really take care of yourselves. Find your own happiness. Do not pour all the burdens on your husband or wives as well too, because that's something that happens. Find your meal peace and relax yourself. All right? With that said, this is your boy, Take for Project Over Mind. Hope you have a good day. I'll catch you next time. Remember, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual. Peace out.